now live. Okay. Hey guys, it's your friend here, Dan, at the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. So we are live, and today we've got a special guest coming up. We're going to be bringing him on here in just a few minutes. So making sure that we are live. All right, I think we're live. I'm checking. Give me just a second here, guys. Richard Cole. That's who we're going to be talking with today. Is the great and powerful Richard Cole, right here on the news from MIHC24. And as you can see, I'm checking to see if we are indeed live. Just to make sure, 100%, that we are live with good old Richard. And I believe that we are. So without any further ado, I am going to bring Richard on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here comes Richard.
What's going on? Dan, so good to be here. Oh, man, it's been forever since I saw you. Last time I saw you, I think was in St. Louis or something, and we both had more hair back then.
Well, I did get a haircut. I was pretty shaggy. So I was pretty shaggy. I'm not going to lie. So
yeah, me too. I cut these 3 right here. That one there, and that one there, and then there's one back here that kind of got a little out of hand.
Exactly. So, yeah. So here we are talking about the stage show at Michigan Hypnosis Conference this year. And we're going to bring up this cool poster because we made it. Oh, we can't see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that so we can see it. Nope, that's not it. There he is.
Hey.
All right. Comedy night with the amazing Richard Cole, which we are going to be doing Friday, the 20th, 7 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom, as part of the Hi Hello party. We've got the cash bar, so you guys can get, a few beers, get some drinks in you, loosen up, and get ready. So I'm just going to let Richard talk about his show. I guess that's what we got.
What? But it's going to be a lot of fun. Dan, I've been to a few conferences and I've seen some of the shows, and I was really honored when you said, "Hey, do you want to do the Hi Hello show party and a party show? Hi Hello party show." There, that's how it works. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because I'm driving in from Canada. And so it's only, I think it's only like 5-hour drive for me.
Yeah.
So it's great. If you live in Ontario, Canada, go down to the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference. It's like right there, just across. I have some friends that live in the Windsor area, which is across the river from Detroit, because it is in Detroit. So it's like easy to get to. The show it's actually kind of interesting because I've been talking to a lot of other hypnotists who are going to the conference, and they're like, "I'm so excited to see your show. I've been following you for years and years, and everybody speaks highly about you and stuff."
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really excited to see that hypnotist guy, Richard Cole, do his show. And then I got wondering, nobody's going to come up and sit in the chairs because everybody's going to want to see the show. So I kind of have a solution in mind for that. and I'll kind of reveal that on the night.
Yeah, you
But
know,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
we thought the same thing at the second year. We saw, Michael Brody came out and did our stage show for us year
Oh,
two,
yeah.
and did a great job. We thought that too, like, oh, nobody's going to come up, but turned out they did.
They did.
They did. So it was really good, and we had the same thing at. We went out to Hypno Thoughts. We went over to Kevin Lepine's show there at Hypnosis Unleashed. All these hypnotists, and we're like, nobody's going up there because everybody's going to want to see how Kevin does what does. They want to see what Richard does when he does. But they went up. I will not be going up because I am the world. I am the worst subject. I am. I am the worst stage hypnosis subject you've ever seen in your entire life.
Plus, you know what else, Dan? I'm
Yeah,
gonna need somebody to take some video and photographs for my portfolio later.
I
So
got that.
you would there you go. See, there's your out.
So yeah,
And it's gonna be and it's so true. It's like at first we're always like, well, I want to see how the show goes. And then us hypnotists, we let our hair down, so to speak, and we go, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have fun. And that's why the show that I'm gonna do for you guys is gonna be it's gonna be a little bit different than the show I do at like grads or high schools or corporate shows. It's gonna be more fun, more artsy fartsy fun, featuring your hypnosis friends. And
there
so
you go.
yeah, I've been working on some classics of hypnosis and retooling them uh, for for 2024 and for my friends because I know there's going to be a lot of my friends there. And so a lot of people when they're going to watch the show, they're not even going to know that's an old routine. They're just going to go, "My goodness, that
Goodness.
guy is so good. He's so amazing and handsome to boot." They're just going to have a great time at the show. I just
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah, you're because you're gorgeous. I mean, Dennis Lawson is going to be there, and he just said, I am currently live in Maryland, although I was born and raised in New Orleans, so I am looking forward to the conference." Well, yeah, thank you, Dennis. So yeah, and I think he's looking forward to your show too. And Michael Brody just said, "Howdy, hi, Mike." So the
Hey,
Michael
Michael
Brody,
Brody.
yes. So he was pretty stoked about you doing the show, and I think we started talking about that at Heartland. We were having a pint and we started talking about shows and what we're going to do this year. And then I said, "Hey, you know what? You should probably, do that show. That would be so great." And he threw a biscuit at me. No,
Yeah. No, I ordered up another pint. That's what I did.
yeah. So like, I'm gonna need another one of these. So, but yeah, you know what? If you haven't registered yet, there is still time to register for the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. And we're going to go ahead and put that right there. That's the link for MichiganHypnosis Conference.com/events/MIHC24. So yeah, hit that.
Even if they don't come to see my show, they should come just to like hang out with other hypnotists. And I mean, there's all kinds of talks that are already going to be amazing. That was kind of, Dan, that's what kind of drew me to my first Michigan International Hypnosis Conference up in Gaylord.
Oh,
Because it was a reasonable drive, and I looked and I saw who was speaking, and I went, I I've heard of these people. I've heard them be at other conferences and stuff. And the thing that I really like, I'm just gonna say this because the thing I love about the Michigan conference is it's a smaller conference. I think it's 150 people or whatever it is, 100, whatever.
yeah,
So you really bond with these people when you go. It's more than it's more than just trainings or learning or anything like that. You actually get to sit down one on one with a lot of the greats in our industry, myself included. when I went 2 years ago, I got to sit down with, Grant, um, who I've known for a while, but face to face, you
Oh, yes.
know, and it was good, and there was a bunch of other people. Randy Light was there, when I was
Oh,
there,
Randy.
and yeah, Randy was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and so I just like, if people are on the fence about whether to go or not, go so you can come see my show.
Exactly.
But honestly, go because you're gonna make huge connections, and it truly is, like, it really is. I was looking at it today, Michigan International Hypnosis Conference, and I was
Well,
like, well,
it's just Michigan Hypnosis Conference, because, if we
I
go we are international. I guess you're right.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, it is Michigan, but you have people internationally coming from countries all around the world, like
Yeah.
Canada
Canada,
and
England,
and
uh,
England, and so I'd take pride in that, like, take pride in
yeah,
the small but mighty conference that is,
which
Michigan
we
Hypnosis
yeah.
Conference.
We coined that phrase the first year because I think there was like that very first year in Gaylord. I want to say there was maybe like 27 of us. We were a small but mighty group.
Yeah.
And Nora says, "Hello, Canadian husband." So
That's funny. That's funny. No, Nora and I go way back, to, one of the conferences, because we were both kinda on East Coast time, and it was a West Coast conference, and so, I was just hanging out hanging out at the bar, at some ridiculous hour, like 5 o'clock or something in the morning, and, I said, "Hey, I'm here if anybody wants to meet up." So Nora came down, and she's a lot of fun. And
yes,
there's another thing is like, when you have the opportunity to meet with people one on one, you can glean information off of them, and you can also help them. Nora had a fabulous idea, and so I was able to bounce that. I bounced that. I was a sounding board. She could throw lawn darts at me. That's not where I'm going with that. Sometimes my brain just
I mean,
goes off on a
me too.
tangent like that.
I'm just
But she can bounce rubber balls off me. So that was great. And then I got to meet her husband, her real husband, Chris, at I think it was another conference that I got to meet him. Fantastic guy. He's a race car fan, just like me. So actually, that's what I was doing. I think I was watching the F1 race when she came down. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And these are friends. I mean,
yeah,
I've these are lifetime friends you make at these small conferences.
exactly. I said I wrote in one of the articles. I think it was the winter issue of the Hypno Cafe magazine, entitled "From My Chair to the World." And you know what? In it, I said if I had made the connections that I have now 8 years ago, I'd be so much further ahead in not only my business, but I think in this conference area. So, because it is so much fun, it's a lot of work to put on. But once you get through it and you get there and there's the energy happening, and this year, I'm just going to say, not only do we have the amazing Richard Cole, which we're really excited about,
That hypnotist guy.
that hypnotist guy, that hypnotist guy right over there. No, not that one, that one. No, not that one, that one. So we have some really great raffle prizes this year as well.
Nice.
I have been told by just about everyone that comes to my conference, or it's not my conference. Let me back up.
The conference.
A conference, Michigan Hypnosis Conference. Let's not have a big head, Dan. Although I do have a Frankenhead. So I've been told that Michigan gives away the best raffle prizes, and that is something I am proud of that because in my own mind, a prize is something you go to a conference, and you buy a ticket, and then you win something. In hand, it goes home with you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Per se, it's a prize. You go home with it, and I'm big on doing that. So we are going to be doing that again this year. And I am really excited to see, now that you tell me about the show, I am really excited to see what you've got in store for the show. I mean, I know you've got the magic tricks up your sleeve and you've got it in your pocket and you're ready to go. Maybe there's no magic tricks, but there's definitely a lot of stuff.
Silly, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. And that's what I think I am. I think I'm a kid, and so we're all gonna come along, and the show's gonna be fun. Um, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be thought provoking. And for those people taking notes, I will even highlight spots for you to. Oh, and they'll have the stopwatch out. Oh, that's interesting. His
Yeah,
induction took this long,
long.
and so maybe I'll bring a big clock and I'll just point at it. You see, there we go. Pre-test is done.
And
Okay, good.
there it goes. And now for the induction. Is that a hammer? No.
Ah, yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and the prizes too. I was just it's funny when you were talking about the prizes. The conference that I was at, I love Gwendolyn, and her husband.
Oh yeah, Jesse.
Yeah, and and the three of us were bidding for I think you had a laptop or something really, really cool, one year, and so it was like we were all the three of us were kind of bidding on, but I mean, they were together, so that's, you know, and
We
and
did.
it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We have even cooler prizes. We did have a laptop that first year, and then we had really great prizes. The prize last year that was the fight to the death was the Rode Podcaster 2 um,
Oh,
board there, which Amanda
yeah.
Dodd won. But that was a fight to the death. I mean, we sold a lot of tickets, and the big thing about the swag bags is everybody gets three free raffle tickets in the swag bag to start with. So you've got
Wow.
three right off the bat that you can put in there.
Yep.
What I won't do again, and people are going to go, but why not, Dan? The first year I put together like three books on hypnosis. The handbook to medical psychological hypnosis, pain management. There was another book on clinical hypnosis, like 4 tickets in the entire thing. So I was just like, I thought that would be a really great reference library. So it's all about medical and clinical and scientific stuff.
What you did was very honorable,
Yeah,
and, those of us appreciate it, but you see, we maybe we already had those in our library, and that's why
possibly
you didn't
so.
get a lot of bidders. See,
Yeah.
I'm an optimist. I will always look on the bright side of life.
So always look on the bright side
Oh,
of
hey.
life. Yeah. So, and I'm from the same part of England as Dick Van Dyke, so that's why I sound like that. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, so, but yes, I know that Michael Brody has said that he's not going to be videotaping your show to make you nervous, but I'm kidding, Mike. So because I don't know if he's bringing Norbert with him this year, because last year I not only did I make an ID tag for the conference for Michael, but I also made one for Norbert, and he just looked at me and went, "You made a tag for Norbert?"
You know what? I gotta jump in here, Dan. I gotta jump in, and those people who are sitting on the fence about whether or not to attend, this conference, Norbert was a direct result, a direct creation of, the Michigan conference
So,
in Gaylord. There was in that room, you know, I had talked to Michael, um, about, what does he like to do and what
oh
he's
yeah,
done in the past, and he did puppets and stuff, and then, Grant Saunders out of left field, he says, "W how can we incorporate a puppet in?" And it just snowballed, and it's just, I just you can't Y you can't imagine how passionate I am about creating something unique and different, and it happens because we're together. We're together, and like minds create amazing things.
So they do indeed. And just a real quick housekeeping thing, you can see it scrolling across the bottom there. If you have not booked your room yet for the Michigan Hypnosis Conference, get on the website, hit venue, scroll down, hit book your room. There's a little thing right there. It'll take you to book your room. You do not have to pay anything right now. There's no deposit that has to be paid to book your room. You can pay for it when you get there. But do that before our room block expires. If you haven't booked your room yet, do so. Because you want to be there at the hotel so that you don't have to travel back and forth, because hey, you want to go to Richard Cole's show, and it's just easier to go down from your room, hit the grand ballroom, go right in there, have a drink, sit down, get in the chair, get hypnotized, have a great time. So yeah, I am. That was a shameless plug, wasn't it? That was so shameless.
That was I guess it's a reasonable question. Is there a resort fee with where we're at?
I don't believe so. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Well, the
yeah,
price
but
I see is the price I pay.
yeah. Well, don't quote me on that.
Okay, I
Um,
won't quote you on that.
yeah, but
Maybe, maybe not.
I
They
looked at
probably
it. I looked at it, and I booked a room for our photographer, and I don't recall seeing if it is, it's super small.
they
Um,
probably take a deposit for us rock and rollers in case we,
yeah,
you
destroy the
know.
room. Yeah,
But that's great. I mean,
yeah.
it's all, and it's in a good location, and I'm just I hate it when people shout out, but I'm gonna shout out, put a challenge to my Ontario hypnotist friends and my Ontario non-hypnotist friends who are just curious about hypnosis and want to see me
Oh yeah.
um to attend this conference. Just go. It's down the 401. The 401 is this like multi-lane highway that travels that starts the other side of Ottawa, which is the nation's capital, and it
Mm.
goes 800 kilometers. That's I don't know, metric like 5,900 miles, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it goes straight down. So you just get on the 401 and you go across the Gordie Howe Bridge. The Gordie Howe Bridge, which is a brand new bridge they built specifically for the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. Dan,
I
did you
remember.
know
Yeah.
that? Yep,
Yeah,
they built
I lobbied for that,
specifically.
and it
Yep.
was a lot of work, but you know what? I sat down with the governor and said, "Listen, we got to work
Yeah.
this out." You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then of course, there was a lot of finagling through that. So, but we got it done, because that's the kind
You
of thing
made it happen.
I made it happen. And
Yeah.
I remember you sitting down and talking to your guys over there on the Canadian side, making that happen. We got that bridge built just for this conference. So
Yeah, we got that other bridge, but that's way out of the way. I want to get
yeah.
to the conference as fast as possible. And I it's like I think it's a 15-minute or a 10-minute drive. It's crazy how easy it is to get to this conference this year. And I would love to see some more Canadian representation, some people who I can speak metric with outside of my friends from England and 98% of the world.
Because
So
uh, yeah, and I appreciate you coming over to the states. So let's see here. Oh, it says at Richard Cole, Nora, please bring at Amanda Melissa Dodd and I Poutine, Poutine. I'm not sure what that is, but
what does it
Nora.
say? Say it again, Dan. Say it again.
So at Richard Cole, please
No,
bring
just the last word. Yeah, bring. What am I bringing?
and I Poutine.
Dan. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Up here in the US, y'all call it French fries, gravy, and cheese curds.
Okay.
Um, yeah, up here we call it poutine, like
Poutine.
poo as in emoji, poop emoji, poo, teen as in 13, 14, 15, 16, teen, right?
All
So
right.
poutine. And in French, they call it yummy goodness.
All right, that's got to be. Amanda says 100% she agrees with that. So yeah,
I will find a way to make that happen.
so smuggle it in. So yeah, you know what? I drove up there for the Canadian Hypnosis Conference one year, and I think I went across the Blue Bridge. It was only like 6 hours from my house to get there, so 6 or 8 hours. So and this new bridge that you and I got built makes it even easier to get here, so that we can have that Canadian representation.
Here's something cool. If you are in upstate New York, I don't know why I always do that. New York, it's what happens. It is you can travel. I think it's 69 I-69 or something up through Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, you can check it out on the American side, and then you can come to the prettier Canadian side of Niagara Falls. You cross the Ambassador Bridge, stay over a day there, jump on the 401. It's only like 3 hours to Windsor. You cross over into Detroit and you're there. You can make a whole like little tour of getting to the conference in less than 6 hours. In less than 6 hours. Or if you're in upstate New York, you can go south of Lake Ontario, which is one of the Great Lakes, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. And you can go south. You go through, I think it's Rochester, Cleveland. I think Cleveland's up there that way. Come around. Yeah, maybe. Is it Cleveland, Toledo, Ohio, and then you're into Michigan, and then you're right there. It's time. It's time for people to come and check out what the northern U.S. Has to offer in September, in the fall, like the start of fall. So you'll get these beautiful fall colors. And the weather is almost always gorgeous. It's never 842 million degrees. It's always beautiful. There's nice. I love Michigan. Michigan's like, Michigan's
or as Captain Sean Kostiak refers to Michigan, Lesser Canada.
I don't know if we want to claim that as.
So anyways, yes, we are super excited and super thankful that Richard volunteered to do our show. And we're looking forward to having him there as our entertainment this year at the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference. I'm going to tell Heather that we've renamed it, and she's going to throw things at me, but I'm not going to rename it.
If you only have, if you only have people coming from Michigan, then it can be the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. But if they're coming from anywhere, any other country, then
it's international.
You do it. Do it.
All right. So yes, we are so close now. It's August. We're going to be getting into September. And then we'll all be there before we know it, man. Having a good time, checking it out. So, all right. I'm going to let Richard Cole get back to his day and hope to see you guys all there. So thanks for coming in, Richard. And hey, as always, I will see you guys out there. I'm clicking on stopping the video right now. You can see me. I'm clicking on stopping. Here it goes. Stopping. It's